This is Nicholas Bell with IONCINEMA, here to review Skinwalker, the directorial debut of Christian Neuman, which premiered at the 2019 Cairo International Film Festival and will be available on August 4th, 2020 to stream on digital on demand, courtesy of Cleopatra Entertainment, and notably it stars the inimitable Udo Kier. So this is a Luxembourgian Belgian production that takes place in some kind of Eastern or some kind of European country. We're not quite sure, but people are speaking accented English all over the place. It stars Amber Anderson as Regine. She works in this strange industrial type plant environment with a boyfriend that has just decided that maybe they should have a child together, when all of a sudden Robert, played by Jefferson Hall, shows up at her apartment saying, your brother is alive, which she disagrees with because she thought he was dead since she was a girl. I'm your brother's father, and he's alive and well and has killed your grandmother, and you need to come back home. So of course that spurs the dramatic catalyst of the plot. She goes back home where her father, played by Udo Kier, her mother Rose is in a sanitarium somewhere, having lost her mind years ago, we're led to believe. And then slowly but surely we realize that Regine is a narrator whose mental status we also need to suspect is potentially imbalanced based on the number of flashbacks that keep changing and fluctuating, and perhaps maybe Regine is the crazy one. As we get further and further into a more disjointed plot, she does see the personification of her brother, who is this creature who looks kind of like a personification of if you melded Gollum, Cloris Leachman, and Crispin Glover, who's living in a cave, alive and well, and has a high tinny voice. And but of course then there's another twist on top of that about whether or not this is all real. The draw of the film, of course, is Udo Kier. Mr. Kier works a lot. I would recommend seeing him in Baccarat or The Painted Bird, also which are films that premiered this year in some shape, way, or form. Again, it's that same mechanism of you can't go home again, or maybe you shouldn't go home again because of the dysfunction that lies in wait there that you never ran away from. Amber Anderson, who's going to be seen in Joanna Hogg's The Souvenir Part 2, I think she does what she can. She's a beautiful screen presence, but I think Neuman's direction takes her all over the place, and a lot of times her insanity seems inauthentic, if not downright hokey. Udo Kier kind of has ascended to a place where he's above any of that kind of criticism, but there are some strange scenes like him clutching at a ferret saying I'm sorry that isn't quite explained, or my personal favorite scene, which is kind of a camp sequence, is when Regine comes across Udo Kier about to carve up a dead steer, and he demands that she cut it up even though she's not prepared or dressed for that. It's very reminiscent of a William Castle film called Straight Jacket, in which Joan Crawford freaks out when George Kennedy tries to get her to cut up some chickens. The Luxembourg, Belgian country rural settings look good. The director of photography is Amandine Klee. It's just that you will spend way too much time trying to piece together or figure out what were the significant red herrings of the plot in a film that just doesn't explain itself well enough for that to matter. And that includes its evocative but ultimately hollow title. All in all, I would give the film 1.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from IONCINEMA.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.